Teri, hello. Happy Friday.
Thank you. Hi, Kelly. How are you?
I am good. And for anybody watching now, any new subscribers or anybody in the future that are new subscribers, this is Teri from Teri at Holding Your Space.
Hi, yeah.
And we get together every 2 weeks on a Friday, and I look forward to it so much. It makes my Fridays happier.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I always look forward to it. It's always fun. So,
So
it's like our girl talk before we come on is always fun.
we need it so much, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I
We
love
might
it.
need to spray something here. I'm gonna get my little spray out. It's perfect for what we're talking about today, though, isn't it?
It is. It is absolutely perfect. We are talking about the new you is calling, and and it'd be interesting to know from you, Teri, and people in the chat, if you're feeling it, if you're feeling like things are just kind of crumbling or topsy turvy, and you're feeling like you're just really being pushed to new levels. I mean, I know I am. I really I'm feeling it, and I know those around me are feeling it.
Wow. Yeah.
Are you
It's
feeling it too?
Oh, yeah. It's been a lot. I feel like, there's a lot of transition going on all around me, and some things around the planet too. It's not just us, right, in our circles, but it's also
Right.
like the other concentric circles around us, like the world and climate conditions and climate things that are happening and storms. And then on top of all that, there's the political situations, which we don't really do politics, but it's hard to ignore that it's pretty crazy. So you couldn't get much crazier than this. So there's this space that I like to go to in meditation called the monad, and it's zero density, and it's like it's the point of the beginning. So it's, infinite potential, but also things are being changed in that development. Like that's where you have things that happen where we're, what is it called? When, not to say dying, but things are evolving
Yep.
and
Yep.
changing completely. So the beginning and the end. Annie likes to put on Hertz music and pain. Right, Annie? Yeah. So there's all sorts of things that we can do with that, but knowing that we have community here is really huge. So really, really huge. Ah,
Really, really nice. Annie, thank you so much for being here. And um Debbie is here with us. Thank you, Debbie. And Jackie is here, and Diana, hello. Lottie B, Tony, Swampy, Paul is here. T.
oh,
Lynn, thank you guys. Thank you for sharing your Friday morning, or if it's afternoon where you're at. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your time. And Teri and I will talk a little bit, but later on, if you would like a reading, just if you can put it all in caps, just or something to get my attention, because I'm kind of new at um, keeping my eyes on on the
yeah.
chat too, without getting too distracted. Kelly, hello.
Big shout out to Kelly. Kelly is at the doctor's office waiting for her chemo treatment. So send her lots of love and hugs. Everybody.
Yes,
Yeah.
Kelly, we're sending you lots and lots of love and light, and surrounding you with lots of protection and healing.
Yeah. Such a beautiful soul. Um, so so it kind of feels like to me that we're going into this space like the monad where everything is going to fall apart. And as we know it, like I'm not saying that the world's going to end, but things are going to kind of fall apart as we know it, and it has to happen for us to walk into a new world,
Yep.
and that that trickle down economics, if you wanted to look at economies, or if you wanted to look at like the difference, the disparity of incomes, the billion and trillionaires, and there's trillionaires out there, probably
Yep.
in the Vatican and whatnot, and all around, and then looking at a lot of us here, somebody here was saying, oh, I don't know if I can afford to move. And, and there's a lot of people in that situation right now. So a lot of changes and a lot of, we didn't know a few months ago if Social Security was going to be there, right?
Right.
We thought everything was changing. And so it kind of got us ready for that. And the media really gets us ready for it and in that state of fear. So who are we if we're not the person that has that condo or that house or that car? We are the same person, and that car never defined us and that house never defined us.
Right.
But we're free. So it's like we're walking into that source of zero density and back to zero where we can create anything we want. So it's going to be interesting, but to walk softly and to be really gentle with ourselves with everything going on is going to be really important.
That's so well said, Teri. So well said, because especially I think in our and speaking of myself in my younger days, all of that was so important. Having the really nice house and the car and the clothes and the handbags and all of that. And it's really been probably the last, 10 to 15 years where it's like, it just doesn't really matter to me anymore. I mean, my family is what really, matters. And because all of the stuff, we come in with nothing, we leave with nothing. So what it just doesn't matter. And we shouldn't let it define us. And that whole keeping up with the Joneses and stuff. I mean, talk about an energy drain on us. I mean, if we can just live within our means, and I'm really to the point where simple, just really simple is better. And I know you owned an antique shop.
Yeah.
I owned an antique shop. So, look at all of the accumulation that we had at one point in time in our life.
We're really good at it.
Yeah. Right. We had stuff,
shopping is like a national pastime in the United States. I mean, not all parts of the United States, but being a consumer, we're a consumer-driven economy. So who are we if we're not that consumer-driven economy?
Right.
Tony. Oh, Tony.
I'm going to meditate two times, 30 minutes each day as a part of my well-being toolkit. I listen to native flutes, Tibetan crystal bowls, yoga, nidra, and sometimes frequency music. Beautiful. That is perfect, Tony. That is so perfect. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. So please do share whatever you guys do. I love that, Tony, and I love what I look at Paul. Paul's always walking in his joy, right?
Yeah, I love it. He's going to Graceland. I love it.
Yeah. So Paul's going to have fun and joy no matter what happens. So just making sure that we can have joy over whatever we want.
Many things are going through change and evolve. Each day will be a choice that we can choose to let things affect us, or we can choose our day and how we react. Choose your day. Well said, Jen.
Okay, we can all go home now, Jen.
Yep. Done. And it kind of goes back to the whole thing where, and I'm guilty. I'm guilty of this, where sometimes it feels like when things are crumbling around us and we're having a crappy day. I mean, it's not even make light of it. The day just kind of is icky, where it feels like, it's like, why is this happening to me? It's like, why? And with all of my tools in my kit, I will still sometimes feel like that. And then I have to say, you know what, Kelly, it's happening for you. It's happening for you. And it does change the whole perspective. But even sometimes I'll be like, really? Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard. I found myself again on my way home from the grocery store yesterday, doing my chanting, my rum, 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 which I think is love. I think that's the heart chakra um, frequency, but I really, really needed it. And I thought, I don't care if anybody hears me or sees me. I'm just yelling it out the window.
I love it.
Oh my God, Paula, you walk 3 miles a day. I love that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's what I need to do, Paul. Yeah. I walked about a mile, but that's not even close.
I need to be better. I do.
Yeah.
Yep, my work is done here.
Yeah. It's hi Sarah, Hibiscus Healings. What a pretty name.
Hi, Sarah.
You go ahead, Annie. I'm gonna find my
Yes. Diana says yes. They trained us well to buy for sure. And now I have too much and working on letting it go. And same. I'm really at the point where if I do buy something, I have bags and boxes where I put stuff in it to, if something comes in, that something's got to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, thank you for being here.
Mm-hmm. I did go. I've got a bag out there that I'm taking in today, and then we're cleaning out the garage today too. So,
and that'll be a good thing to do before it gets cold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he says, I do a lot of yard work when those less than thoughts, feelings come into frustration. I love that, Annie, and that. And talk about healing too. When you can get out and work with the plants and nature and trees, and it's so healing and releasing. There's so many of us right now are just there. We're feeling it.
Yeah. Wiki does only 2 miles. Wiki, I love that.
2 miles is amazing.
Yeah, really huge. Yeah, T-Lynn, I've really been getting into housework lately, who would have thunk it? So I always had cleaning people, even when I was single, because my mom worked full time. And when she grew up in Germany during the Holocaust. There was no house to clean. So it was like, I'd not learned how to clean house. And I didn't even care about that ever, because I would work a part-time job just to pay somebody to come in and clean my house. But
and that works, right?
Yeah, but now I kind of like cleaning it. I finally got to the point where I'm like, I'm going to start doing it myself, and I really enjoy it. So,
and that's a good place to be at if we can, be at a place where, whether it's dusting floors, windows, and whatnot, to be able to appreciate our space and honor it and clean it. And I know I'm on floors this weekend. I got a notification this morning. It popped up on because we take turns in this house, and it popped up on my phone this morning. Mom's on floors, and a little bit of me was like, oh, because it's all tile floors, and so nice. it takes to do the floors. It'll take me an hour, sometimes an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And so it's a task. Jen B, I was so emotional in the background this morning. I chose to go through myself into cleaning the house after meditation tribe. It gave me the ability to rise above my emotions. I was feeling,
honey.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but and it is, right? I mean, so many of us right now it's just, we're feeling the heaviness of what's transparent, transparent. That would be it. That would be kind of a word. Transpiring in our lives, that it's heavy. And then you have the collective energy, and with all of us being so empathic, we pick up on that too, and it just can be a lot on our nervous systems.
Yeah. Yeah. And I talked about this last night and with Dr. Gail, but Whole Foods got me last night. Just walking through Whole Foods and everybody running me over, and and it was kind of like some days you're just a little more fragile than other days, and to give yourself that grace to be fragile that day and not judge yourself. So, hey, Diana and Carl. So yeah, better to be able to feel than to be numb. I love that, Allie.
It's
Oh,
so
blue
true.
oracle card. Each one of you had one floating. I love that.
It's clicking for me. It puts me in the flow, and I get to add love to everything. And isn't it interesting? When I find, because I really do love to cook. However, I'm taking a little hiatus at my house. But I really do like to cook, especially if I'm in the groove. I have all the ingredients and whatnot, because same, it puts me in a groove. But I do find, when I'm in a higher vibration and working with the food, I will literally put that vibration into the food, and the food will just taste so good.
right.
But when I'm running on a lower vibration, the food just doesn't taste. I mean,
It's
you
not
can
as good.
literally taste it.
Yeah, it's best to have a backup that everybody can fix themselves. Yeah, I did not. I feel the same. I get so tired of shopping for food. But things are changing out there. I mean, we have so many things at our disposal that our parents didn't have, like, Grubhub or whatever, and having everything delivered, and Instacart and whatnot. And we've got so much at our disposal to do right now. So we can do so much online, and with the AI coming in, I mean, so much of that's going to be done online. So it gets
Right?
even more so. So we are moving into literally a new world.
We
I
are.
think part of that's AI, part of that's the internet, part of that's just the changes that are going to be made with governments and the way the world looks. I see the outline of the countries looking different.
I do
The
too.
maps, the
I do
lines.
too. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. What divides the countries? Yep. I do too. I see it. I see it being different,
yeah,
too. And so with all of this, you know, inviting that new you is calling you. It really gives us an opportunity to look at ourselves and go, what needs to change? Is it my belief system? Is it old patterns, those old habits, and whatever is really like outdated and just is not in alignment with that path that you're on. And the thing of it is the universe will tell us, and it's typically they'll try to make it uncomfortable for us until until we see it. And so, honoring that, and in those things that come into our lives that make us feel so uncomfortable, really telling the universe, thank you for bringing those to my attention, and bringing them to light to make me notice them, because they're always working behind the scenes to push us to our highest self. And sometimes it just takes a little harder push. And so, listening to those nudges and listening to those little whispers sometimes that, we hear in our ear, I think it's really important to pay attention to those, and not get so caught up in the negative aspects of it, which is hard. I mean, and I'll admit it. I'm guilty. I'm guilty of it. And really looking at it as, it's insights into our higher self, and in evolving.
yeah, yeah. I always ask myself, so what would happen tomorrow if all this fell apart? Like, what would look differently to me? What would I want to do? Like, if, say, you found out that you were only going to live for another year or something,
Yeah,
what would you want? What would be the most important thing for you? But also, I do see a lot of us moving.
I do too.
Yeah, I see. It feels like it's going to be something that happens on the country, and if everybody starts moving, like, what would you take? And I think about this all the time when I go shopping, because you and I, we like a thrift store, right?
Oh,
We
yeah.
talk about
Yep.
this a lot. A lot of people here like a thrift store, and so we'll go out and we'll collect a little bauble or something cute. I've got this cute little mousy guy, and he has my rings on him. So
Oh, cute.
I mean, cute little things, that are just silly, but you don't really need them. So if if you had to move within 48 hours, or if you had to move within a month, right? What would you take? So there's not that much in this house I would take. There are a few things that, if I just had to fit them in my car.
It
My
really
kid,
puts things into perspective.
my kids, my mouse. He would,
Right?
yeah.
It really does put things into perspective. When we moved from Minnesota out here, which,
Oh,
we're going to be going on 10 years, that was a bit, it was a big move.
yeah.
And Tim bought a trailer. I forget how big the trailer was, but you know, whatever could fit in that trailer is all that we could bring with. And so, I got rid of, lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff. It, but it felt good. It
Yeah.
felt good. And yeah, but it slowly kind of the stuff kind of creeps back in. And
You fill
so,
it up.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. We did that. We moved from Hawaii to Florida. And the
oh,
economy wasn't doing well in Hawaii. So they had to move it by boat. We got a container and put stuff in it. And they had to move it by boat and then by train and then by truck to us. So it was like, it took months to get it because we weren't paying a lot of money. Well, we paid enough, um, but it was interesting. Like, what are you going to take with you? So there wasn't a lot that, you know, it was okay, but it was interesting. And then when we got there, because we were going to be a few months without furniture or anything, what was I going to buy?
yeah,
Right. So I just went to Goodwill and got a few things, some dishes and whatnot.
that's
And
that's what we took our beds. I think we all took our beds except I think Land for some reason Landon didn't we didn't bring his. I think somebody wanted his bed or something. So we went out and bought him a new bed, but we didn't bring any couches, love seats, chairs, kitchen table, any of that. However, this house that we bought, the people were moving to Texas and had just gotten a really small trailer. And so they had to leave their kitchen table, their chairs, their
oh,
furniture, their dressers, all of, well, and I could go on and on and on. They had to leave a lot of it behind. And so it's amazing how the universe is always kind of looking out for you. But I did go to Goodwill because we had furniture for one living room, but we didn't have furniture for another living room. So we just went to Goodwill and I bought a couch and love seat for that other living room, and it was like done.
done. Yeah. No worries.
Yep, all done.
You can always find a good couch because
Oh,
couches, not everybody needs a couch. That's rare that you need a couch, right?
right.
So couches are usually pretty plentiful. Yeah. Yeah.
So anything else you want to add? 'Cause I
Um,
think we have like 10 people starred.
expect the unexpected. Like, just be ready for it, you guys. So we're kind of walking into a new thing because we're going from 3D to 4D to 5D and probably 6D as we go through meditations and whatnot. And a lot of you are into visioning and a lot of you are so intuitive. So you're ready for this. There's going to be people around you that are not ready for it. And you're in the right spot because you guys are the way showers, you might say, or you're the light workers that are here. You could call yourself a million different names, but just expect the unexpected. And you're going to be the one kind of floating through this, I see. the people in the groups here that already are aware of these changes coming forward. And it's going to be like, oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
You know, and just kind of walking through it and watching it all happen, witnessing it. And when we witness it with compassion for ourselves and compassion for those around us, we don't get as tied to the outcome. So,
I love that. I love
yeah.
that. And I just wrote down a couple things that, you know, what parts are you ready to let go of? And, you know, and that could take, you know, some sitting with and working in meditation. And what parts are you ready to let go of? And what am I being called to embody that I've been holding back? And then how can I align my daily choices with my higher self? And then, you know, to really pay attention on what's going on in your inner world and in your outer world. And, you know, if there's changes that need to be made, I mean, those are huge signs. And then paying attention to, you know, how your heart is feeling about all of it, and that inner guidance and what you're seeing and what you're hearing, and 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 again, I just keep going back to those little whispers and those little nudges of, you know, our guides and our angels just pushing us, you know, to become that person that we came here to be. And I know I'm being nudged right now. It's a nudge. And so, yeah, tuning into our senses. And then I just got it's a 3-line mantra. And it says, I step forward with courage and grace. I release what no longer serves me. I welcome the new me that is ready to rise.
Wow. That is beautiful. I love that.
And it's just a simple one and a great reminder. And amethyst would be a great crystal if you're feeling all of this right now, for calmness and clarity. And moonstone would be a fabulous one, because that helps us with the new beginnings and moving forward, and you know, helping push us forward. And it's good for intuition too. And Larimar is good for calming and soothing.
Oh, beautiful.
So
I
yeah,
love that. Yeah.
and any of those crystals.
Yeah. Jen, I love that. We need to listen to the little voices when spirit speaks and the message is loud.
Yep.
Right? Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, because they're going to whisper at first to us. And then if you don't listen to that, you're going to get another nudge, right? And then
Yep.
you're going to get a bigger nudge.
Yep.
But
And at some point it's a push.
yeah.
and chances are it's out of our comfort zone. Typically,
Yeah.
about 99% of the time, it's going to be to push us out of our comfort zone. And it's hard. It's hard. And not that we have to like jump, you know, all in. We can take those baby steps, you know, to the new beginnings. But you know, that whole comfort zone, you know, and I find too, and there again, I'm speaking for myself, as I get older, that comfort zone is really comfy. It's a comfy place to be. And so, you know, sometimes when we're being pushed hard, it's just like, oh, you know, but you know, it's something that we have to do. I mean, and should do, but only if you're in alignment with it. And even those baby steps, you know, just towards that new you I think is really important, because we're in that 9-year. And I was just thinking about this morning. It's all about endings. It's, you know, endings, and with endings come new beginnings, and here we are. And so we need to empower each other and ourselves, and really use this to our advantage.
Yeah. And it's interesting that we don't have a zero, right? We don't use the zero like a lot of cultures do in the West. And so that zero density, or the zero between 9, the ending, and then the zero, where there's only new beginnings and endings, and one is the beginning. So it's interesting, that creation time, primordial
It is. It
phase.
really
Yeah, yeah.
it,
So
it is.
maybe that's a good idea, is jumping into the primordial instead of jumping into or jumping out. Love
The
that, Sharon.
little voices force people to be still, quiet, and listen, right? And that's the key right there, is the whole listening. I'm going to jump into our starred questions, and I'm just going to give a rundown of everybody that I have, just because I was trying to keep my eye on chat, but I don't always do so well. I have Mingled Unicorn, Tony, Annie, Carl, Lottie, and Michelle. That's who I have starred for reading. So if I missed anybody, you can let me know. We have about a half hour left, and so why don't we get going?
Okay.
We'll start with Jackie.
Hey, Jackie. Wow. It looks like you're going to be going through some big stuff here, Jackie. So I got ritual for you. And she's definitely shamanic, this beautiful woman of the earth. So just have a ritual ready, like something that you like to do, whether it's a burn, or it might be having a big red blanket or something that you can. Jax. Okay, I gotcha. No, Jackie. Okay, so really holding yourself tight, something like that. Courage. You might need some courage with where you're going. I think we all need some courage with where we're going. And I'm really drawn to the heart here. So, but you're going to your power place. Like, you've got some really beautiful energy coming in, Jacqueline. So here you go. Very intuitive too.
Yeah, I got you, Peace Lily, and sorry. I won't say the name again.
Oh,
I was going to say what I said, and I'm like, well, then I'll just be saying it again. I got reach for the stars. You've barely scratched the surface. You have unlimited potential, and you're getting ready to experience it firsthand. And I thought I saw in the comments that you said you are clearing. I do get that. It would be really good for you to cut your cords too. And then I got set boundaries. So I don't know if there's somebody in your life that has been pushing a little bit further than what they should be, but I'm getting better boundaries. And I'm getting that it's really important to love on yourself too. And then I got time to remember, to look back on your childhood. And this is going to be a theme coming up for my October insight and predictions, is going to be something that we are probably all in some aspect going to be kind of looking at, or we'll have stuff from our childhood coming up for October is what I'm getting. And so that does seem, it does seem fitting. Lisa, I got ya. Sorry about that. But yep, I have you. And I'm just going to say probably questions are closed, because I think what we have is going to get us to the top of the hour.
Okay. Oh, Tony, I'm definitely feeling a shift. All summer, I've been looking to move to the country for a quieter, simpler life. I've not found a home, need money for repairs. I'm confused. Move or not to move? Oh, I pulled this card before we even started, and it's about let it come forth. So I feel like you're just going to step right into it, Tony. you may not need to make those repairs. You might be able to just sell it as is or let it go, because you're going to practice freedom. You're walking into freedom. And I think this card has so much to do with new beginnings and balance, finding a balance.
I love that. I'm using that same deck.
I know. I saw you using it, so I grabbed it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I am pulling cards from the Raleigh Valentine deck, something that answers, I think is, I got, if you believe. So it truly is up to you. And then I got meditation brings you answers. And then I got perfect timing. So wow. I really do, like Teri, I do see it happening. I think you should have a talk with your angels and guides too, to let them know that, you know what, this is what I want. This is what I'm ready for. You know, you guys figure it out. Show me what I need to do, you know, to make it happen. And I'm on board. And I really feel like it's just all going to come together for you.
Yeah. Tony, do you have family land? Because they're kind of showing my solar plexus right now. Like something to do with family, some land. Oh, your condo is ready to sell. It's the properties. I'm looking at the foundation, septic system, roof repairs, major expenses. Yeah, I think you want something easy. Yeah. That's kind of what I was feeling with that, with those cards is let it come forth. Give yourself permission. So,
And I really think too that the properties that I'm looking at, the foundation, septic systems, and roof are major expensive. That to me just doesn't feel like it's the right one.
Yeah.
So I think that there's something else out there. And so, I mean, you know, and obviously this is for entertainment purposes only, you know, you follow what it is that you need and that what you're looking for. But I feel like it's something different. I don't feel like that's probably the right one. You know, the only way I could see that possibly working is if they just really slashed the, you know, where they were going to take off the money for the new roof, or if they were to update it before you bought it.
Yeah. I pulled one more card for you, Tony, and it was breathe in. So make it something easy that you can breathe into. Yeah. I agree with everything you said.
And I do too. I get low maintenance. Just anything, just low maintenance for you, Tony. Okay, who do we have? We have Annie.
Hey, Annie. Aw.
Annie, the first card I got was Starry Night. The beaming and glistening light from the stars reminds you that there is hope for the future. I feel like that is really appropriate.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Because I think we all need that little hope right now, whether it's just a little win. For me, it was Jimmy Kimmel coming back on. For me, that was like a huge win. I mean, because that was a show that we watch, my husband and I, every night together. So when it was taken away, you know, I felt like a piece of us was like, you know, like we were being punished again. You know, it's like, oh, that was taken away. And so when he was able to come back, that was a little win for us. So, you know, what did it say again? It said, the beaming, glistening light from the stars reminds you that there is hope for the future. And then I got transformation. And this seems really appropriate too, that, I really feel like you are going through a huge transformation. Look at your channel. I mean,
Yeah.
you are flying high, and I am here. I am rooting. I am tooting you on, and it's only going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And Teri and I are going to be here holding your hand through it all. And then I got let it go. Let it go. Let go of all that no longer serves you. And I know you know this. And so it's just that little reminder too, that there are things that we hold on to. And I know your family and your home bring you so much peace, and really lean into that right now, is what I'm getting. And then I am also feeling like, play is fun, to get out there in the garden and have fun and be silly, and just get your hands in the dirt and whatnot. But I'm also getting to stand your ground. So if there's something going on that you feel like is unjust, be sure to know that you should stand your ground.
I love that. Yeah. I got, of course, I got the tree for you. So
Right.
the principles of correspondence. And I feel like this is you, because I'm really drawn to the shining light at the top of the tree. And this is you starting to shine your light, Annie Bear. And you know how a lot of times in meditation, you might see an eye opening, like especially when we go with an inner earth, right? And you'll see an eye that opens, a big eye. That this is something really important that's coming online for you, because you're really coming into your own light right now.
Yes.
Definitely talks about your imagination, your creativity, but I'm really drawn to that. All those orbs around that fire kind of remind me of, for some reason, of a hot tub. I don't know why, but something about the water. So coming for you. This is your time of miracles. So this is what you came here to do. So you're in your elements right now. It's going to
Yes.
be beautiful. Yeah.
I love that.
Oh,
Thank you, Annie.
sweet Annie.
A new subscriber, my beautiful spiritual sister and family, Andrea. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful. Yeah. Lovely.
And next up, we have, I'm just going to give the rundown. Next up, we have Lottie. And then we have Michelle. And then Peace Lily. And Carl. I think next up is Carl.
Okay.
I mean, next up is Lottie and then Carl. Oh, I think I need a new mouse. This scrolls so fast. Oh, you know what? No, we're gonna. Here's Carl was first. It's Carl and then Carl, then Lottie.
Are you? They're talking about where you're going, Carl, like what you're doing right now. They're just bringing in your path, and that you're kind of twisting and turning somehow. So I don't know if you're going through a lot of changes right now, or this is something with business that you're doing. But they're just acknowledging that that's okay the way you're doing it. They're bringing in soul care, so making sure you're taking care of yourself during this time. Also, this is so important. I think we all need this right now, is tenderness.
Right.
So be gentle with yourself with everything that's going on the planet. And then you get that easy breezy breathe in again too. So,
I love it.
Again, yeah. I do feel like this is almost something for everybody that we need. So
Right.
beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Breathe in and breathe out. Hey, Carl. Thank you.
Carl, thank you for being here. First thing I'm getting is sleep. So I don't know if you haven't been sleeping well, but I'm getting that there should be some better sleep. And I got financial freedom. And it says you may be feeling trapped in regards to the amount of money that is currently flowing into your life. And so that's promising. So I don't know if you have a job coming up or if you're waiting on a job, but know that there is a job right around the corner. And I got surrender. And so anything that you've been holding on to, and that's kind of, a little bit of what we talked about today, the things that hold us, the things that are holding us back, to let those go and to surrender. And this kind of goes in line with your card, Teri, the tenderness. It says, pull yourself close. Every part of you is deserving of love.
Yeah. Yeah. He said, yes, not sleeping because of the people he's living with. Yeah.
And I just got break free from toxic relationships. So, and it's hard if you are living with them. So I don't know, Carl, if you're able to have a space to go to where you can close the door and get away from them, or friends, places that you can go and visit. But I do feel like there's going to need to be a better boundary there, because I do feel like that energy is it's not good for you.
Yeah. Even headphones, they're pointing out to me, Carl, if you could wear headphones and listen to like some Hertz music or something. Change the vibe.
Hi, cat lady.
Oh, hey, girl.
So Lottie is up next.
Yay. Oh, no space. Yeah. Yeah.
That's tough. I like Teri's idea of the headphones where you can just block them out. And then you don't even sometimes even have to have anything in. Sometimes if you just have them in, they just know not to talk to you because you got earbuds or headphones on. That I do. I like that.
He's wearing headphones.
Good.
Perfect. No wonder.
Yep.
Would love a reading, please. Wow. I've never pulled this card before, Lottie. I love this card. There's this ship setting out to sea, but they're going through the fog, like a cloud. So you can do the hard things, they say. It's not as impossible as it might feel. So I feel that this is all of us going through this again. I'm just going to say that things are going to look different and we're going to have different opportunities than we thought we would. Becoming aware. And there you have the cheetah. Listen to the wisdom of the body. So, and I love that this animal is sitting there looking at the stars and the energy coming around. So witnessing that while things are changing, and let it go. This is what we've been talking about all day. Let it go, let it go, let it go.
Let it go.
Let go of all that no longer serves us. So there's something more important in that tree for you too. You're going to see the light in that. This is going to be a good change for you.
I love that.
I do too.
Lottie, the first thing I get is that I don't know. I see like two candles burning on each end. So I don't know if you've been working too hard, because I feel like your cup is close to being empty. And what they're saying is that it's really important that you pour into Lottie's cup and replenish, whether it's, recharging, resetting, relaxing, resting, but filling Lottie's cup up. And then I got divine timing. And it says, what you are working on now is divinely guided.
Wow.
And so know that sometimes sometimes we feel like things aren't happening as fast as we'd like them to happen, but know that it's all happening behind the scenes and everything is working out for your highest good. I do get to that you should be discerning about the people around you. So I don't know if there's been somebody that has been bringing stuff to the table, because I'm getting some of the things aren't worth the energy. Just really aren't worth your energy. So really just be discerning about the people around you, and make sure that they're being supportive of you, and that they're bringing you peace. And then I got embrace, and I get that's for you. That's you embrace Lottie and love on Lottie a little bit more. And then lastly, I got listen. And that too, it was something that we had talked about today. It was that whole listening for those whispers and those nudges. And it says your inner child has something to say.
I love that. Love that.
I hope that helps, Lottie.
Yeah.
And then we have Michelle, Peace Lily, and Lisa.
Yay.
So Michelle, thank you for being here, Michelle.
Oh, well, Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
Yeah. Well, I meet my romantic soulmate in this lifetime.
Michelle, is there somebody in the picture right now that you've already met, or an old flame that you're looking at? Because I keep hearing you've already met them.
Michelle, are you here?
Yeah, she's here. Yeah, you get Archangel Raphael, so you can't get a better guess than that. Coming through the gate with all the flowers. Cosmic heart, cosmic Christ. So that Christ Buddha consciousness, but also just affairs of the heart. No, there's nobody, and it's the eternal now. So it could be that you knew them in a past life, Michelle, but I feel like when you meet them, it's going to be like either through friends or family. It's like he's circled, or they've circled around you many times. Like they're not far from each other. It's in some respect, yeah. And then you get romance, so you can't do better than that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Michelle, first card I get is you are worthy. And sometimes that's the whole key factor right there, is that we really have to know that we are worthy of love and being loved. And it says, you are worth it. You are worth it all, my love. And so I do kind of feel like that could be a message from the other side, reminding you of your worth and how much they love you, and to remind you to love on yourself. And then I got express your love. So if there is somebody that you're interested in, I'm getting, don't hold back, because sometimes, and I know if a person is more introverted, it's sometimes is a little bit harder, but we could miss the mark if we just sometimes don't speak up. So I'm getting to speak up. And then keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from the usual type and expectations. So I like that. So, sometimes we do have perceived images of people that we want in our life. And it's good. It's good to put out to the universe exactly the characteristics of personality and everything that we want. However, the universe always knows best and who's best for us. And so what I'm getting is it, what you might be thinking, as far as the characteristics and the personality, it might be different than what you're thinking about. So have an open mind to that. And then this is like leaning on what Teri said. This could be the one. So you may already know him, and just have not really even thought of him in that type of situation.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, but first and mostly, and I know you know that, just love on yourself. And I would put love notes around the house to yourself.
Oh, I love that.
And rose quartz. I would carry that with you, have it on your nightstand. And they just said yes. So if you have rose quartz, be sure to be using that. And you can program your rose quartz too, and tell your rose quartz exactly what it is that you're needing.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to be really clear with the universe on what you want. Like, honest, fun loving, likes to travel or likes to stay home, likes to read, whatever you want. But also they're talking about putting on your sassy pants and knowing that you're desirable. So like everybody wants this. So really when we go out in the world and we're like, not just confident, but knowing that our heart is worthy. More than worthy, like amazing, right? You are amazing. Yeah. Sassy pants.
I love that. And I hope that helps and gives you a little bit of guidance, Michelle.
Yeah. Lots of love. So cute.
And then we have Peace Lily.
Oh.
I'm guessing just a general message.
Yeah, let us know, Peace Lily, if it's not. What are those cards that you were throwing out, the pink ones? Somebody was asking.
Oh, the romantic ones?
Yeah.
It's the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue.
Oh, I love her. That's right. You've got some Doreens. Oh my God. I just bought some and Ingrid already took them. So I'm gonna
right?
I'm gonna go back to Half Price Books and see what I can find.
And these, I don't always use them. I have them on hand because we don't always get love readings, and so I just keep them here on hand if I do.
Like that. Yeah. Peace Lily says she'll surrender to whatever comes through.
Oh, Peace Lily.
That's fun.
I love that.
Something about I've got my eye on you. Somebody's saying that, like, I don't know if this is a new person in your life or if this is a big friend group or something, but something about having some fun with somebody. A time to remember, look back on your childhood. So I really feel like you're going to have some people around you and some joy, some opportunities for having some fun, Peace Lily. Some interesting things coming in. Choose yourself today, and there she is. She's dancing in her power. She's got her sassy pants on. And today is the day. Yeah, today's the day you begin the journey. So you've got a lot coming up for you. Working with that energy. So owning it, that you're it. Again, I get that we really need to own our power like a Durga, the mother of the universe. Go out and have some fun with it.
Oh yeah, I love that. Peace Lily, I got expansion, and that I really do feel like you're going through an expansion, but however, I do feel like there are some things that may be outdated that it's time to release. You're getting ready to move up into higher levels of awareness through embracing your life experiences. So, those lower frequency things that may be still kind of lurking and holding on to, I get that it's really important to let go of those. But however, the next card I get was limiting beliefs. So any of those limiting beliefs that may be holding you back, is going to be really important for you to let go. And I know it's hard because, sometimes we've been conditioned since childhood, being told certain things. And so, to be able to let those things go and love on yourself unconditionally. and run wild. Let your inner child run wild. And sometimes that is so freeing. And that too, if we have any stagnant energy that we've been holding on to, just letting that inner child out to play, to run, to skip, finger paint, any of those things that you can do just to have fun. And then lastly, I'm getting just to really be present in the moment, where sometimes everything that's going on in life can sometimes make us a little bit scattered, and to bring it back and just remember to be present and in that moment, I think is going to be really, really important.
Yeah, as expansion has been intense, I've been less productive during this time. So yeah, it's hard to get present when you're as I call it, ditzy. I mean, you're out there, right? When you're
Right?
going through a lot of the expansions, but yeah, being really present with yourself and deciding, okay, well, what would I like to do then? Going into curiosity,
Yeah.
what would make me happy, or what would make me calm? What do I want? Hot tub, walk. What is it?
Yeah. And honoring those things, right? Where and allowing yourself time to do those things, because sometimes we're just in that busy mode and running around and trying to, you know, make everybody else happy, and giving yourself that time,
Yeah,
and so being less productive, honor that, what, that's a gift too, just to be able to, you know, do nothing sometimes is really all we need.
it's a
But
huge gift.
right?
Huge, yeah. It's like we have to be sick before we think we can lay down and take a nap. But um, she was saying that her third eye is wobbly, and you might be called to start doing some channeling and journaling, or recording yourself peacefully. Sometimes when you get like that, use it. Just fly into it, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you do you, but that's when I try to say, okay, I'm going to cancel everything else coming up, because if I don't cancel everything else up, it gets canceled somehow on me.
Yep. The
Yeah,
universe steps in and just says, "That's enough, girl.
that's enough. You're going
That's
to start.
enough."
Yeah, you're going into doing some writing, or you're going to go do a vision quest or something. Yeah, yeah. You got a lot of energy coming in.
Lot of beautiful
Mhm.
energy, and just, yeah, honor where you're at, Peace Lily. We have Lisa Davies next, and Deanne. Do you have time for Deanne
Yeah,
and
sure.
and
Sure.
Lisa Crowley? I think it's
For
Lisa
sure.
Crowley.
You're welcome, Peace Lily.
Lisa,
Oh,
thank you
this is
for
perfect.
being here.
Yeah, right after what Peace Lily was going through too. All of us are kind of going through this right now.
Lisa, the first thing I'm getting to, and this has been kind of a theme today too, is drama. If there's anybody in your life that is just being disruptive and bringing drama to any situation that occurs, to put up better boundaries with them, and then I got balancing act. You may be putting all of your time and energy into one area and neglecting other areas that maybe need your attention. Excuse me. And so, and balancing can be hard. I mean, especially when we have all these different aspects going on in our life, and wearing many hats at different times, but really finding a happy balance, and whatever that balance is for you. But to find a happy balance is going to be important. And then I got choose you, and this is a good one for many of us, there too, we're always putting others, in front of ourselves. And so remember to choose you, Lisa. And it says, do not deny yourself the importance, that you are just as important as everybody else. And then flow with rhythm. Get lost in the rhythm of movement today. And so, and that can be, moving our body. It can be moving your furniture in your house. It can be, going in your kitchen and kind of clearing off your countertops and just, making them clear. Take things off. I think I don't practice feng shui. I mean, I use it, but I'm not educated a lot in it, but I do know that when you move certain things around in your house, it does move the energy. And so I think that would be really good for you too, Lisa.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so important to move things around, especially like your crystals or your altars and keep the energy flowing, the chi. So they kind of came in and they showed me a door, and the doorknob is all glistening. And they're talking about who's that knocking at your door. So it got to be 3:45. I think that was the song, right?
Yep.
It's an oldie. And then above that, Lisa, I saw the eye of Horus. So I feel like you're having big openings happening. Yet there's a dependency going on at the same time. I feel like this could be a relationship, somebody that feels like, not that they drag you down, but it could be a family member too, but somebody that you feel is a dependent. Like you feel like you have to take care of them. This is part of your contract, maybe. Your guides tell you to be selfish, right? Yeah, and I feel like somebody might be kind of pulling at your strings, wanting your attention. So just be aware that this is all about you, not anybody else.
Oops, wrong one.
Oh, okay.
My guides tell me to be selfish, and
I
that's
did like that too, though.
Yeah.
Karen. So you've got an invitation to connect with you right now, and you're the most important part of any quotient. This is all about us because, we talk about moving out of Kali Yuga and out of service to self. But really, as we're moving into the age of Aquarius, it is service to self, but it's service to self and a love and connection. Am I faltering?
Yeah. Now you're here.
Oh,
Yep.
Sorry. Okay, it's service to self in a way that is connecting with everybody else and connecting with love, an interconnected thing. And this is your life path, and that's part of the reason why I felt like it might be family oriented or somebody that you've known since a child. So this could be you, your inner child, but this could also be something coming in from somebody from your past or family. A lot of us might have family members right now that situations that we have to clean up and get them on their way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lisa, and I hope that helps. And Karen, I'm glad that and that's the thing. People in the chat, if you haven't asked for a reading, sometimes things are gonna yeah, that's what I need to know. It's just gonna resonate. Whatever you take, whatever resonates, and whatever doesn't, and it's just. Deanne, can I get a reading on the new me, home, finance, health, family, work, and energy, please?
Everything, the universe. Deanne, you go ahead, honey.
Okay, just give us a minute. Just give us a minute, Deanne. I'm going to quick pull some cards.
I can go if you want me to.
If you're ready, go ahead.
Okay. Deanne, I see some sensuality coming in for you. So like this is a time to kind of get into your inner groove and kind of like this morning in meditation, that's what we did. We went into our senses, and then we went into our subtle senses. And going into your subtle senses, like knowing and remembering, really attracts your clairs. And of course, that's you. And when you're in that state, you're going into a state of abundance. I do feel like you've got a lot of abundance coming in. That's the fourth time I've pulled this card in 3 days. So it's just unbelievable. It just keeps coming up and coming up. But lots of freedom, release the weight of judgment. I feel like you're going to be very abundant during this time frame. And it's interesting that I feel like everything's kind of falling away, but I feel like all of us are going to be really abundant in this. And choose yourself today. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Yeah. Oh, and Barbara says, I'm learning to hold space for someone while watching their tower fall. Yeah, it's really important. Beautiful, honey.
And that can be hard. I mean, it's a lot when a person's watching somebody else's life kind of fall apart, but to be able to hold space for them, that is one of the biggest gifts that you can give them.
Yeah, loving them where they're at too. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a huge part of it.
Deanne, first card I get is Home Sweet Home. And so that is where your heart is at home. And it says your home and your family matter, and your attention to tender, loving care. Your home and family matters require your attention and tender, loving care. So I don't know if there's something going on within your family right now that maybe is taking a little bit of your time and your attention. Know that is important right now. That's where you need to be, because I just feel this coziness and this safe place around your family and your home. It was interesting though, because this was the second card I got. I got review your responsibilities. Not all your responsibilities are yours to hold. And so if there is something going on, and I'm going to speak like for myself, I will sometimes take it on like it's my job to fix it. And what I'm getting, Deanne, is that not all of the things that may be going on right now are yours to fix. Sometimes people just have to figure out their things, themselves. And I get that you're going through a huge upgrade, and then birds I get are really important. I feel like you have people from the other side that are coming in forms of birds. And so I don't know if you have a bird feeder that you could put bird feed out and really connect with them, because I get that they bring you lots of messages. And then lastly, I got soul and resource, and that's that taking care of yourself, because it does really feel like you're going through a huge upgrade. And so when we're going through these, it can be a lot on our bodies. And so really taking care of yourself. And I think that kind of falls back on the whole review your responsibilities, to take it easy on Deanne. And finances, I did ask, and I got your finances are good. And then I got money coming in. What I would do if I was you too, if you're looking for that money to come in, which most of us always, will always accept extra money to come in, I would put somewhere where you can see it on a mirror, a cabinet, nightstand. Unexpected money comes to me and flows freely and easily every day.
I love that.
That's what I would do. I hope that helps, Deanne.
Yeah, Deanne, that's beautiful. When you were saying that about the birds, my ears started ringing. So it's like you get messages from the birds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Birds are a huge totem for you, Deanne.
Yeah. Yeah. Winged ones. Beautiful.
And then our last one would like a reading in regards to my father relationship. I don't know what to do or how to act. First of all, I'm so sorry. I I had a similar situation with my dad, and so um, I I feel for you because it's hard, and not that I know exactly what you're going through, but um, I've been there in a similar situation, and I just know that I'm sending you lots and lots of love.
Yeah, I feel your throat chakra, Al, and it's like it's not painful, but it's just there's pressure there, like having a hard time saying what you really feel. I'm hearing that you need to write it down, and I've got a trick with that from some of the trauma specialists that I've worked with is that you can write down what happened or a situation that you're thinking about, and you can change the outcome. And instead of calling this person like they were mean to me and I was the victim or whatever, you can say they were blankety blankety blankety. You can call them names. You can say they didn't know what they were doing. They were being, thoughtless. And I was there and I was too young to do anything about it or something, or I didn't know what to say at the time because I'm a nice person. So you can write out a different scenario of how you change the story basically. So when you change the story around something, you change the energy of it, and then you change the atmosphere that how you react to it. So that would be huge for you too. Yeah, you're very vulnerable right now. So you feel like a pincushion, kind of. Um, but you're finding your power. You're really integrating everything. So I feel like your energy is coming on, kiddo, and your heart integrating the love that you have for yourself, and knowing that you're okay. Um, I don't know if he has a dependency. I'm going to read this one differently than I did last time I read this one. I feel like um, they might have had, or somebody in your family might have had a dependency. And I don't know if that was like rage or if that was alcoholism or what that was, or maybe that was just being like not talking, right? Like being
Sweeping under the rug.
yeah,
Yep.
sweeping under the rug. Yeah, yeah. So you've got this though. You definitely got this. And sometimes we look at vulnerability and we think, oh, why was I so vulnerable? Why did my little heart get hurt so badly? It's because it's your gift. That's why. So that's rock solid that we are vulnerable. And we do let ourselves do that and put our love out there for other people. It's just a beautiful thing. So I feel like you've got this, kid.
Yeah, that was so well said, Teri. I mean, what beauty? No, it really, what beautiful, beautiful guidance and messages, to help her, because it's tough, and I think it's important for you to know that, kind of like what I was telling Deanne, not all of his issues are yours to fix.
Yeah.
And just because you're the daughter, doesn't mean that you have to have that tight relationship with him. You can, but I guess the most important thing is taking care of yourself and your health, because I get that this really does affect your health, and I'm getting to keep an eye on your blood pressure. And I'm getting your dad has got a lot of shadow work to do, and that he's just not seeing it. And I don't know. I mean, and I hate to say it, I don't know if he will, and so with putting that out there, I mean, I hate to even put it out there, but if say that was a scenario, you need to be able to move forward with that, and know that that you love him. You love him, and you can love him where he's at, but you can love him at a distance.
Yep.
And and you can let him know. You can let him know that you don't approve of the situation, and know that it's okay to say no. Especially if he's putting demands on you. And I'm feeling like there's been some hurtful words that have been said. And for you to be able to use your voice, like Teri said, that whole making sure that your throat chakra stays open so that you're able to express yourself with truth. I really feel like you really shouldn't hold things in, and that things can be said out of love. But I do get it. It's really important to take care of yourself. And not that it's any excuse, but I get a lot of it stems from his past, and he's got to be willing to look at his crud. And we can't force anybody to look at it. You can give him suggestions on to be able to look at it, but from there, he's got to be able to decide to do it on his own. So really putting maybe better boundaries up, and speaking your truth, and loving on yourself, and taking care of yourself. And it's hard when it's family, because I know when I was in that situation, I had people that stepped away from me because I had put up boundaries with my dad, and they didn't think it was appropriate. They're like, family's family. But if family is being abusive, and it doesn't even have to be physical. I mean, it can be emotionally and mentally, and all of that. We have to take care of ourselves, and honor ourselves. And so really take care of yourself. And yeah, like Teri said, writing out those hurts and those pains. It was really healing for me to do too. And then I would just rip them up, or I would typically burn them. And it's a healing process to go through. And you can just love on him where he's at, and send him love.
Yeah. When you're ready.
Yep.
You don't have to do it right now if you don't want to. I love what you said about loving on yourself too, because a lot of times when when our throat chakra is kind of blocked and we're not saying what we want to say, then the story that we're telling ourselves is even worse. So we get down on ourselves. So be really lovely to yourself. Yeah. Give yourself lots of hugs.
Yep. Hug and love on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet, Annie. Yeah. We love you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should we just pull a card for the collective?
Yes. Let's do it. I would love that. Oh, Diana's going to Lynn, which is dinner and lunch, which I always call dunch. So let's see what the people call it things.
Ooh, yum, 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 yum.
Oh, I pulled conception again. So I feel like we're throwing everything into the pot, and we're making what we want out of it, you guys, whether it's healings or abundance. But this is a powerful time for us, because we know what's happening. We know what's going on, even if we know that not to know is the best thing to know. So
right?
To let it go. Yeah. Yeah. So this is going to be really good for you guys.
And I got emotions are reflection. Look for a deeper meaning.
Oh.
So, whether it's anger, it's sadness, those hurts, look deeper. Emotions are the reflection. Look for the deeper meaning. And that's just all part of the healing process. And I think it's what a lot of us are going through right now.
Yeah.
So I hope that helps. And I hope, you guys, if you could just take, any little bit out of today's show that may be healing or uplifting, and any sort of thing to help you on your journey, I hope helps. And Teri, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for
Oh,
today.
thank you, honey. It was so much fun to be here.
It was
So
so nice.
throw some cards out there and talk to our friends here. And what a joy, and play, love, remember. That's what I'm going to have, a tomato sandwich. Thank you for saying that.
Ooh, yum, 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 yum.
Right? Yeah.
I think I have to get on Instacart and order order some groceries. My refrigerator is empty.
I did that yesterday. Yeah.
Well, thanks you guys. I hope you're all having some good lunch and some good treats, and take extra care of yourself, love on yourself, and thanks for joining us and hanging out with us and sharing your energy with us too. We
Yeah.
love you guys, and we will see you soon. Take care,
Bye.
everybody. Bye-bye.